Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So today's task was to create a new innovative solution to a common problem in the industry. Now, I decided to create this quick new web application that basically allows you to save time when you're creating a master inbox in Outlook or Gmail, for example. And this is a feature that doesn't exist in Smartlead. So that's how I came up with the idea. Basically, I noticed that every time I was doing this task, it was taking me a lot of time, so I decided to automate it. Now, I gotta admit, this is not like a big problem. This doesn't solve like some new revolutionary solution, but I thought it was interesting and it does save me a little bit of time, so I wanted to show it to you. Now, what I'm talking about when I say it saves me time when I create a master inbox, this is what I mean by a master inbox. So you can use the master inbox on Smartlead, or you can create your own master inbox in like Outlook or Gmail or whatever. And basically how it looks like is like this. You have all these email accounts, and what you do is you basically forward all the emails to one inbox, to one email account, and you can just get all your responses there. And you can just answer from the master inbox. Now, the problem with this is that you also get the warm-up emails as well. So each one of these email accounts is gonna be receiving warm-up emails. So you're gonna receive all the warm-up emails from all the accounts in your main inbox. So you want to filter them, right? You wanna be able to create a filter in Gmail or Outlook to make sure that you don't have your whole inbox filled, right? Now, the way that you do this is that each email account has a specific tag that you can filter. So you want to get the tags from all of the email accounts and create a filter that basically filters all of those tags. Now, in the old way of doing it, you had to go into Smartlead and go into each individual email account. So you had to go into this email account, copy the tag, go into this one, copy the tag, blah, 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 and do it for each one, and then put them all in the same filter. Now, that took like 5 minutes. But with this new system, it takes 1 second. So I'm going to show you basically how it works. You come in here and you have all your clients. And now in this case, I just put like client 0, client 1, client 2 to protect the identity of the clients. But you basically click on the client that you want, and it's going to give you automatically all of the warm-up tags. So you can just copy all of this and filter them out instead of having to go into 30 different inboxes and copy pasting it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how I did this. Now, obviously to do this, I used the Smartlead API. So we're going to be connecting to the Smartlead API here. This is basically HTML and JavaScript simply. And we're going to be connecting to the Smartlead API from here. So the first thing that happens when we open the page is we want to get all the clients. So we can create these buttons right here that shows us all the clients. Okay, cool. So the way that we do this is as soon as the page loads, we call this function called get all clients. We make a call to the Smartlead API, and here's the API key, which I can't show, so it's just a variable, but you have to put your API key here. And then basically, from this call, we get the clients. Now, clients for each client. So I hope you understand what's going on here. So for each client, we're going to create a button, and we're going to put on the button the name of the client. Now, in this case, as I said, I didn't put the name of the clients. I just put client and the number just to not show the name of the clients. But in the normal case, you would just put the name in there. And then we create a function to set so that if you click on the button, it's basically going to call this other function that's called get email accounts from client and print tags. So I hope that's clear. What this function is going to do is it's going to find, so for that client, it's going to find all the email accounts and it's going to print all the tags here, right? So that's what we want. And then, well, basically it's gonna put the button here, So now I'm gonna show you this other function that basically what it's gonna do is we have to pass in the client ID in here. And then what it's gonna do is gonna call the API with that client ID. Well, actually, no. It's just gonna call the API with no ID, and it's just gonna return all the email accounts. Now, because there was no like function in the API to really search for a specific ID, so we just have to get all the email accounts, and then we create a filter here. So with this function, we can filter so that we can get only the email accounts that belong to that client. Then from there, accounts, for each account, we find the warm-up tag. So I hope that's clear. So basically, for each one of the accounts, we call this other function, which is gonna make another API call with now the account ID. And it's gonna just get the warm-up tag from the API, and it's just gonna add it to this thing, basically. So yeah, that's basically it. Now to recap, what we do is at the beginning, when the page loads, it just gets the clients so we can display the buttons. And then whenever we click on a button, what it's gonna do is it's gonna call the API, get all the email accounts that exist, then filter them to get only the ones who belong to that client. And then we can, for each one of those email accounts, we can just find the warm-up tag and show it on the screen, as you can see. So yeah, this is kind of like a stupid little application that I did because, as I said, this doesn't save you that much time. Maybe it saves you like 5 to 10 minutes of work, but it's kind of convenient. You know, you can just click on a button and get all the tags, which is quite convenient. But yeah, the idea of the challenge was to create an innovative solution. So this was the innovative solution that I came up with. But yeah, I hope this was useful, at least for you to understand how to use the Smartlead API with code. So yeah, see you in the next videos.